Imagine stumbling upon the entire Nightmare on Elm Street movie series in breathtaking 4K resolution for a mere $19.99 on iTunes. Could this be the ultimate bargain for horror enthusiasts, or just too good to be true? This deal arrives right as October ushers in a chill of spooky entertainment, perfect for those eager to dive into a prolonged celebration of thrills, chills, and legendary fright figures. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this pricing a generous nod to fans, or a sneaky way for studios to revive interest in a classic franchise? Let's unpack this thrilling offer and explore why it might just be the horror gift of the season. For those new to the concept, 4K resolution means ultra-high-definition video that delivers sharper images, vibrant colors, and more immersive details compared to standard formats. Think of it as upgrading from a blurry old TV to a crystal-clear cinematic experience in the comfort of your home. Horror Movie News is thrilled to report that iTunes has made horror aficionados' 4K aspirations a reality by bundling the authentic Nightmare on Elm Street films in this premium quality. And this is the part most people miss. The promotion aligns perfectly with October's spooky vibe, encouraging viewers to transform the month into an extended journey through terror, screams, and iconic nightmares brought vividly to life. So, what's the cost of this Nightmare on Elm Street bundle on iTunes? Just $19.99. Yes, you read that correctly. It's an astonishingly affordable entry into one of cinema's most enduring horror legacies. The collection encompasses these pivotal installments: A Nightmare on Elm Street, A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master, A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child, A Nightmare on Elm Street, The Final Nightmare, and Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Each film builds on the iconic Freddy Krueger character, created by the brilliant Wes Craven, and explores themes of dreams turning deadly. A concept that's both simple for beginners to grasp, nightmares that bleed into reality, and rich enough for deep dives into psychological horror. Fun fact, I have a personal connection to the very first A Nightmare on Elm Street movie as my inaugural theater experience. I can almost hear the skepticism. That's impossible, you weren't even born back then. You're right on that count. But here's the twist that sparked my lifelong passion for horror. In the early 1980s, my father had a buddy who ran a quaint, independent movie theater. This friend arranged a special screening of the film in 1984, and my dad snuck me in for a private showing. My mom was furious, not because I'd watched the film, but because she felt excluded from what turned out to be a bonding adventure. My dad definitely got an earful. That one-off event ignited my fascination with horror flicks, leading to endless reruns of terrifying tales at home. It's a reminder of how personal stories can shape our entertainment preferences, and it makes me wonder, have any of you had similar forbidden movie moments that shaped your love for horror? This section is sponsored content. On the topic of reviving the Nightmare on Elm Street universe, the legendary actor Robert Englund, who brought Freddy Krueger to life, recently shared his thoughts with Bloody Disgusting. He suggested that any reboot should kick off with Dream Warriors for its dynamic hook that recaps the series like a TV episode opener. I'm not sure they should ever redo Part 1 again, Englund mused. They might approach it as a prequel. Much like Tobe Hooper did with the Freddy's Nightmare series, delving into the backstory before Nancy, Tina, and Glenn's ordeals. That could introduce even earlier events, creating a fresh narrative. He went on to praise available directors who could infuse the Nightmare on Elm Street theme with innovative flair. But here's where it gets truly divisive. Englund's preference for skipping a direct reboot of the original film challenges the nostalgia of purist fans. Is rebooting a beloved franchise disrespectful to its roots, or a necessary evolution? And who should play Freddy next? A fresh face, or another nod to the past? These ideas could polarize horror communities, sparking debates on fidelity versus reinvention. It's hard to fathom that the classic A Nightmare on Elm Street film series is available on iTunes in 4K for only $19.99. I wholeheartedly suggest heading over to the platform immediately to grab your high-quality digital editions before this deal slips away. It's an unbeatable way to relive or discover the chills. About the author. News editor, columnist. Favorite movies: Death to Smoochie, The Big Lebowski, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, The Crow, K-pop Demon Hunters, The Sword and the Stone, Spirited Away, The Fisher King, The Shining, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, The Burbs, The Babadook, Summer Wars, The Princess Bride, Mad Max Fury Road, The Game, In the Mouth of Madness, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Monsters, Inc., Amelie, The Crow, Fight Club, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Likes. Immersing myself in rich soundscapes through top-tier headphones, diving into comic book worlds and cinematic universes, savoring a fine whiskey in a tumbler, admiring scientifically minded Canadians, strolling in pajamas outdoors, indulging in fluffy pancakes and crisp bacon, and enjoying leisurely beach walks. What do you think? Is $19.99 a steal for horror classics, or should deals like this raise red flags about digital pricing? Do you agree with Robert Englund's reboot ideas, or is sticking to originals the way to go? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear differing opinions and maybe even your own horror movie anecdotes.